In this video, we are going to see how to update a customer in QuickBooks from Google Sheets. So let's say that you are using Google Sheet as a spreadsheet where every time a new row is added with the information. So with that information, you want a customer, a contact which is already there in QuickBooks Online. Now this is an online accounting software. So you want that contact to be updated. Now, how can that be done? For this, you will have to set up some integration between the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here, your trigger application would be Google Sheet and your action application would be QuickBooks Online. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. Now to begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user over here. And here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application. On the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. Let's click on this. So here a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is to update customer in QuickBooks from Google Sheets. So I've got certain data in my Google Sheet and the same customers are already there in QuickBooks. Now, every time there is some change in the data, so as soon as it gets updated in Google Sheet, the same thing will be updated in QuickBooks. So, I'm going to now click on Create. And as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, and action here says do this. Basically, action here is the response of our trigger application. Now, as per this integration, my trigger application would be Google Sheets. So I'm going to look for this. Here it is. And now the trigger event. So the trigger event would be new or updated spreadsheet row. So here we can see that we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect, and we have to follow the following steps. Now I'm going to show you what you have to do. First, I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and now I'm going to take you to the Google Sheet that I have created. So this is the sheet. The name of the spreadsheet is QuickBooks Details, and the name of the sheet is Sheet 1. Here we have the following column fields: display name, given name, family name, company name, phone number, and email address. So now what we have to do is we have to go to extensions and we have to go to add-ons. Here we have the option get add-ons. Let's click on this. And here we have reached Google Workspace Marketplace. Here I'm going to look for Pabbly Connect webhooks. So let's click on this. And here you can see that this particular thing is already installed on my system. So I'm just going to close it. So please make sure that once you install this, we have to close this window and then we have to refresh. This is absolutely important. And once we have refreshed, we have to wait for a few seconds. And then we are going to go back to extensions and you would be able to see Pabbly Connect webhooks written here. And here we have to go to initial setup. Here you can see that the system has already captured the sheet name, and now here we are going to paste the webhook URL that we have just copied from here. Then we have the trigger column. So trigger column is the final data column where the data is added, and in this particular sheet the last data column where the data is added is column F. So I'm going to write column F, and now I'm going to click on send test. Now as I do that, here you can see that the test data has been sent successfully, and now I'm going to click on submit, and here you can see that the configuration has been set. Now there's another thing that I need to tell you, which is once we go back to extensions and Pabbly Connect webhooks, there is send on event. So please make sure that you check on this, because every time the workflow runs, it would be able to send the response only when this thing is checked. So once this is done, now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the response, and here it is. So we have got the spreadsheet name ID, sheet name, sheet ID, then we have the row index. Here we have the phone number, and then we have the given name, family name, email address, display name, and company name. Now what is my objective? My objective is that every time the sheet is updated or there is a new row added to the sheet, then automatically the contact in QuickBooks should be updated. Now here my action application would be QuickBooks. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be, first I'm going to find this customer. So with the help of the email ID. So here I'm going to select this, click on connect. And now here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the QuickBooks Online account. And to set up this connection, first I'm going to click on add new connection and then connect with QuickBooks Online. So here you can see authorization has been successful, which means that QuickBooks is now connected with Pabbly Connect. Now before setting up this connection, I had already logged into my QuickBooks account. Now here it is asking me to map the email address of the person to check if this customer is already a customer, a contact in QuickBooks. So how do I map it? As soon as I click on this, it is going to show me the previous step, and now as I scroll down, this is the email address. Why is mapping important? Mapping is important so that every time the workflow runs, it doesn't get stuck with the manually written data, and it should be able to take the new data into consideration. Because if this was written manually, then it would never have taken the new data into consideration. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request to see if this particular user exists. So here you can see that yes, the user is already there. So we have received here the payment method reference value, then we have balance with jobs, then we have the currency reference name. Here you can see this is the customer ID, and this here is the sync token. This is what we are going to require in our next step. Then we have the create time, updated time, and then we have the customer details. Now what is my next objective? My next objective is to update a customer. So I'm going to choose the same application, which is QuickBooks Online. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be to update a customer. So I'm going to look for, yes, here it is, update a customer. Let's click on connect. I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection. And now here we have to fill in this information. First of all, the customer ID. As soon as I toggle this towards the right and turn on this mapping button, so here you can see that it has captured the ID. I'm going to delete this, and now I'm going to map this ID. How do I do that? Let's go to step 2. And here if I take you down, so this is the customer ID. So this is how we have to map this. Now the sync token. So again I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to delete this. Go to step 2, and then we have got here the sync token. So this is the sync token, which is 5. And now the display name. So I'm going to map this again. So we are going to go to step 1, and this here is the display name. Then we have the given name. So again go to step 1. This is the given name, which is the first name. I'm going to leave the middle name blank. Then we have the family name. So again, as I take you down, this here is the family name. Then we have the title, suffix. So if you have them, you can always write it here. Then we have the name of the company. So let's map this. So the name of the company here is Pabbly Connect. Let's click on this. And now we have got the phone number. So let's map the phone number. Then we have the email address. So here we have the email address. And then we have got the address and tax registration number, preferred payment method, notes, currency. So I'm just going to leave this information blank. You can fill in this information as you please. Now before I click on save and send test request, I'm going to take you to my QuickBooks account, and let me take you to the customers that are already there. And here we have dummy new. So you can see that the name is dummy new, but now the new name is dummy new 1, which is here. So as soon as I click on save and send test request, what should happen? As per the sheet, the information should be updated. Now let me take you back to QuickBooks, and here I'm again going to go to customers. And here you can see that dummy new has been changed to dummy new 1. So now taking you back to Pabbly Connect, here we can see that our integration process is a success. But we also need to check the same in real time. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add another data. This time the display name is tier demo 123. And then here the given name is tier. Then we have demo. Then we have the company name, which is Pabbly Connect. I'm just going to write C. Then we have the mobile number, let it be. And then finally the email address is teardemo123@pablitudes.com. Okay. So now as soon as I do that, what should happen? So first it is going to find if with this email address a contact exists in QuickBooks, and then it is going to update the information. So now I'm going to take you to QuickBooks and let's go to customers once again. And here we can see that yes, this particular contact has been changed. The name has been changed to Dear Demo 123. This basically means that our integration process is a success. Here we can see that even the name of the company has been changed, right? So this has been updated. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So here our trigger application was Google Sheets, where the event was new or updated spreadsheet row. Then our first action application was QuickBooks Online, where we had chosen the event to find customer. And our final action application was again QuickBooks Online, where we had updated our customer. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. If in case you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.